We're live at Citizens Bank Park here for this interleague matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Angels. Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm Nicholas Callis, and today we have this interleague matchup. Aaron Nola quickly pitching to Zach Cozart, who swings and misses well early at that pitch for strike one. Cozart, a former product of the Cincinnati Reds, before going over to the Angels for the 2018 season. Originally a shortstop, but's played third base and second base with the Angels since Andrelton Simmons plays shortstop. Swing and a miss, 3 pitches, 1 out. Starts this top of the first inning. Aaron Nola has that very sharp breaking ball and a very fast fastball. That's really the only way you can say it. Ground ball to third. Michael Franco fields. Throws to Hoskins. 2 outs. So Trout down on the 5-3 force out. 2 outs in the inning, and here comes Justin Upton. The guy who's getting up there in age but still has a lot of power to his credit. Nola in the windup pitch is foul ball. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning. This game just getting underway in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 2 strikes now to Justin Upton, the left fielder of the Los Angeles Angels. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing popped up but foul. It's a good high fastball. Bait pitch there by Nola. Coming into the windup again. Upton loads. Check swing, but the home plate umpire rings him up. Real Muto, the newly acquired catcher, throws to Hoskins at first. And forced out is Justin Upton. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So Tyler Skaggs on the mound for the Los Angeles Angels, facing Andrew McCutchen to start this at-bat. McCutchen, a much better hitter against left-handed pitching, leading off, signing a 3-year, $50 million deal with the Phillies in this 2018-19 offseason. And, of course, you can only imagine what the Phillies are going to do if they sign Bryce Harper. Pop-up, second base. It's going to be David Fletcher to make the catch. The rookie second baseman makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Gene Segura, was involved in a deal that moved J.P. Crawford and a few other prospects to Seattle this 2018-19 offseason. Ground ball hit to the right side, base hit. Picking it up and firing it toward home is Colt Calhoun. He actually threw it back to the pitcher, Skaggs. But the 1-out single, Segura on first. Skaggs comes set to face pitcher JT Realmuto. Here's the windup and the pitch from Skaggs. Popped up into the air, right field. Cole Calhoun gets behind the ball, and he misses the baseball, and that ball is going to 5-hop the wall. Rounding second is Segura, who's now going back to second. Rebounding, going to third. Justin Boyd throws it home, where Jonathan Lucroy makes the catch. So it's second and third with 1 out. The error is going to go to Cole Calhoun. So Segura on third, JT Realmuto on second, and here's Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins moving from left field to first base after the acquisition of Andrew McCutchen this offseason. Skaggs only a third of an inning into this game, already in trouble. It's nothing. But the Phillies, with a good middle of the order, could strike here at home against the Angels. Fastball fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. Skaggs looking for a pitch. Hoskins awaiting the pitch. Skaggs coming set at the belt. Here's the 0-1. Curveball fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. Hoskins was in the 2018 Home Run Derby. Didn't win, but certainly was good for the Phillies for him to get in there. Phillies getting a lot of publicity after that 2018 season. Fly ball to center. Sliding catch by Mike Trout in center. Segura tagging from third. He'll score. Rounding third is JT Realmuto, but he stops at third, so it's going to be a sacrifice fly for Rhys Hoskins. It's 1-0 Phillies early with 2 outs. Realmuto on third, and here's Odubel Herrera. Center fielder for the Phillies, swings and misses. That's strike 1. Now Realmuto coming home. Lucroy throws it into Skaggs covering home, but retreating back to third is Realmuto rather easily. So no balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs in the inning, and Realmuto still on third base. Skaggs 0-1 pitch, fastball inside, 1-1. 1-1 pitch coming now to the open stance, Herrera. 12-6 curveball, 2 balls, 1 strike now on the batter, 2 outs in the inning. Skaggs already 10 pitches into this first inning, popped up behind the plate. The newly acquired Lucroy, signing a 1-year deal in the offseason, makes the catch. 3 outs in the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors in that inning. There was 1 error in that inning by Cole Calhoun and right. So that was an unearned run. We'll go to the second inning. It is 1-0 Phillies lead the Angels. Justin Bohr check swing, but it's too high, ball 1. Bohr, a former product of the Miami Marlins and actually was traded to the Philadelphia Phillies last season before signing this deal with the Angels to play first base. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Well, I mean, that animation was way too early and it looked incohesive. No, 1 ball, 2 strike, check swing called, well, it would have been a strike anyway, but he went around on it, so 1 out in the inning. Justin Bour goes down swinging. Here comes Andrelton Simmons, fouls that pitch off. Simmons, a good contact hitter and definitely known more for his defense. Played for the Braves for a few years before coming over to the Angels. He's swinging very rambunctiously as well. No balls, 2 strikes. Showing bunt, pulling back. Here's the 0-2. Change up, he checks, swung. That's going to be fouled off down the right side. No effort to make that play by Maikel Franco. No balls, 2 strikes here at Citizens Bank Park. 1 out in the inning, top of the second. And Simmons check swings, but it's a curveball that catches a lot of the zone. And that's going to be out number 2. That'll bring in that right fielder, Cole Calhoun. 2 outs. Bases are empty, and that pitch fouled off 0-1. He swung just a bit too early on that sinker. Good sinking fastball by Aaron Nola, the very young pitcher. Made his debut last season with the Phillies as a regular rotation man and has since earned the ace job over Jake Arrieta as that pitch swung over and missed. Inning over. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Phillies lead the Angels while the Phillies are at home. Maikel Franco stands in, the third baseman. Still pretty young, pops that pitch into right field. Calhoun, who already made an error today, does not make an error on that play. Catch made, out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the bottom of the second for the Phillies. Been much more of an offensive team after this offseason, acquiring guys like Andrew McCutchen, Gene Segura, JT Realmuto. So Phillies right now trying to dominate the pitching against a weaker arm in Tyler Skaggs as that pitch is fouled off. It's Aaron Altherr playing right field tonight for the Phillies against left-handed pitching. Usually it's Nick Williams who plays right field for the Phillies, but that's only against right-handed pitching. No ball, 2 strike pitch now coming from Skaggs. Up the middle, off Skaggs' right leg. Altherr still running, and Bour didn't even cover the base. Altherr's there safely with a 1-out single. And that'll bring up the switch hitting second baseman Cesar Hernandez. Hernandez had a breakout season in 2018 as the runner goes from first. Altherr goes to second. The pitch swung on and missed. Ball got away from Lucroy and now down to third. Goes Altherr, and the ball was thrown to first, and now Lucroy throws it over to third, where Cozart applies the tag. With the runner safe at third, that's Altherr. So no balls, 1 strikes. It's a 2-base wild pitch for Aaron Altherr as that pitch fouled off by the free swinging Hernandez. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing, ground ball to shortstop, softly hit. That'll be played by Simmons. Simmons throws it to first very rapidly, but Cesar Hernandez safe at first. So that's going to be an infield single for Cesar Hernandez, and here comes Aaron Nola, the pitcher now. He shows bunt. Pitch bunted to third base. Cozart fields it in foul territory, so that'll be a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes from first. Nola bunts through the pitch, but Lucroy runs backwards and down to second safely as Cesar Hernandez. That's going to be detrimental for the Angels. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Nola swings, fouls it off. He's not showing bunt regardless of there being 2 strikes. You don't typically see that from a pitcher, but he's going to free swing. Fouls it off again. That same location by that right side of the infield. Pitch to Nola. 0-2 swung on. Shallow right field. Zach Cozart makes, or excuse me, that's David Fletcher, makes the catch in shallow right field for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring up the 2013 National League Most Valuable Player, Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen swings, ground ball right back to Skaggs. Takes his time. Skaggs throws to Bour. Inning over. So no runs, 1 run on a couple hits, no errors in the inning, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the top of the third. It's 2-0 Phillies lead the Angels. Swing, ground ball. David Fletcher hits it to Maikel Franco. Franco throws the ball away from Rhys Hoskins, and that'll allow David Fletcher to reach. And here comes Jonathan Lucroy, one of the hotter catchers of this 2018-19 free agency, but eventually lands himself with the Los Angeles Angels. Here's the 0-1, swung over and missed. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch swung over and missed. Lucroy down on strikes for out number 1. Here comes Tyler Skaggs, an American League pitcher who doesn't hit much. I don't expect much from this at bat as that pitch is fouled off. He's not even showing bunt, which is bizarre because I mean, you typically see pitchers do that. Now he shows bunt, but he bunts right through it. That pitch gets away from Real Muto, but no advance shown from David Fletcher, so it's just going to be 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. Here's the pitch, bunted down the third base side. Franco fields, charging, throws, and it's high, but Rhys Hoskins brings it down. So the sacrifice bunt successful. David Fletcher now on second base with 2 outs, and here's the leadoff hitter, Zach Cozart. Cozart 0 for 1 tonight, struck out very mercilessly in that first at bat. Nola just hit him with 3 curveballs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing fouled off that changeup. Devastating to Cozart, the veteran infielder. No balls, 2 strikes. Curveball hit well, foul. Still no balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the third. Phillies leading the Angels 2-0. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing popped up, foul. Still 0-2. Good bait pitch by Nola, but Cozart able to foul it off. Pitch swung over and missed. Strike 3. Real Muto blocks it nicely. Gets ready to throw it to Hoskins at first. The force out of Zach Cozart is complete. Strikeout, 2-3 put out in the book. Inning over. No runs on a hit, and only 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. It is 2-0. Phillies are leading the Angels here at Citizens Bank Park. Pitch fouled off. It's 0-1. So Gene Segura, former Milwaukee Brewer, Arizona Diamondback, and Seattle Mariner before being traded to the Phillies. That pitch up the middle, base hit. Mike Trout will throw it in leisurely. That'll go to second base. So it's a leadoff single for Gene Segura, and that'll bring up JT Realmuto, the former Miami Marlin. Runner goes from first. Pitch flied into center field. Mike Trout will catch it and throw it into first base all the way from center field. Segura retreats well in time, so it's just going to be a simple F8 charge to JT Realmuto. 1 out in the inning, and here's Rhys Hoskins. Line drive, fair ball down the right field line. Calhoun running after it. It gets in the corner. Segura rounds third. Segura being sent home. Cole Calhoun's throw goes all the way home from right field, and he does not have a strong arm. Lucroy had to pick it up from halfway down the first base line. It's going to be a run-scoring double for Rhys Hoskins. Then it'll bring up Odubel Herrera. Gene Segura scoring on that play. Now the look over to second and a pickoff attempt. Playing the tag is Simmons, but safe at second is Rhys Hoskins. 1 out in the inning, no balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Phillies lead the Angels 3-0 here at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Herrera, fly ball, left field. Going down the line is Justin Upton. Upton makes the catch in fair territory. Now he's just going to start running it into the infield before throwing it into second base. And going to third is Hoskins. Hoskins safe at third after a few rather, I would say, unintelligent throws, unfortunately. But now a runner on third base in the form of Rhys Hoskins with 2 outs. Here's Maikel Franco. Pitch fouled off. Phillies really abusing the ignorance of the Angels in this game. I think that's shameful. Here's the pitch fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes here in the inning. 0-2 pitch on the way, swing fouled off. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Maikel Franco at the plate facing Tyler Skaggs on the mound. That pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the third baseman of the Phillies. Pitch swung on, hit up the middle. Diving play by Andrelton Simmons, but he runs instead of throwing it. Then he throws it home. Jonathan Lucroy picked it up, but there was nobody coming home in that amount of time. So Maikel Franco will reach base on an error by the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons, and that'll bring to the plate Aaron Althair. No balls, 1 strike, curveball, swing, hit water right, but Cole Calhoun makes the catch on the line drive. Inning comes to a close. A few runs on a lot more hits. No errors in the inning, and 1 man left on. We'll go to the top of the fourth. It's 4-0. Phillies lead the Angels. So Mike Trout, arguably the best player in the game, hits one of the best foul balls you'll ever see. That pitch fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. Curveball well swung over and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. This game being played at 11 a.m., although in real Eastern time here it's almost 1 a.m., so we're about maybe 10 hours away from when this game is being played right now in virtual time. Here's Justin Upton after the strikeout of Mike Trout. Upton does not have a hit yet tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball, well, that's a miserable swing, a miserable effort at that. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Upton. Swing fouled off. Changeup, he stayed back better on the changeup than he did the curveball. I guess the curveball's throwing all the Angels off tonight. 0-2 pitch. Fastball, well, that was a bait pitch, and Upton took it like a fish looking for a worm in the pond. 2 outs in the inning. Here comes Justin Bour. Bour swung over that pitch and missed it. So Nola's got the breaking ball working tonight, and the Angels just are refusing to lay off that pitch. Changeup fouled off, and I'm really seeing the pattern now by Aaron Nola. I think we're going to see a fastball, and we did. 3 strikes, inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, nobody left on for the Angels. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Phillies lead the Angels 4-0. Here comes Tyler Skaggs standing in now, bottom of the 4th. Excuse me, the pitcher's Tyler Skaggs, but a line drive to third base. Zach Cozart makes the catch, and it's Cesar Hernandez on a 1-pitch out to start the inning, and that'll bring up Aaron Nola. Nola getting ready for the 0-1 pitch from Tyler Skaggs. Nola can hit a little bit, being in the National League. Ground ball to shortstop, played by Simmons. Throws over to Bohr, and that's out number 2. So 2 quick outs from the Philadelphia Philly offense, and that'll recycle the order back to Andrew McCutchen. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. McCutchen swings, pops that pitch up. And an efficient inning by Skaggs if Cole Calhoun can make the catch, and he does rather... I don't even know how to describe how he caught that ball, but that's 3 outs. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the 5th. It's 4-0 Phillies leading the Angels. Andrelton Simmons is going to lead off for the Angels here. Ground ball to the left side of the infield, played by Franco. Franco throws to Hoskins. Hoskins completes the force out, and down goes Simmons on 1 pitch, 1 out in the inning, and that'll bring up Cole Calhoun. Calhoun check swings down to the right side of the infield. Rhys Hoskins steps on the bag himself, and out is Cole Calhoun. 2 pitches, 2 outs here on the top of the 5th, and just as I thought Tyler Skaggs had an efficient inning, Aaron Nola looks like he's going to match that efficiency. David Fletcher swings and misses strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning. Pitch popped up, and it's going to be looking like a 4-pitch inning for Aaron Nola, and it is. Rhys Hoskins makes the catch. Inning comes to a close. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 4-0. Philadelphia Phillies leading the Los Angeles Angels. This has been quite an offensive game by the Phillies so far. A team that has been signing a lot of signing and acquiring, I should say, a lot of offensive players this offseason, and really showing it against a weaker Los Angeles Angels team coming into this game. So here comes Gene Segura standing in. Again, as we already told you, this is pretty evident news, but acquired from the Seattle Mariners this offseason to really bolster the Philadelphia Phillies team. The Phillies going to be a force to be reckoned with teams like the Mets, though, in the division, and still the Nationals, I would argue, as that pitch is hit into right center field. Trout dove, although he had no chance at the ball. Calhoun throwing it in directly from right field to third base again, and Justin Bohr will have to pick it up and cut it off because it wasn't nearly getting to third base. It's a leadoff triple for Gene Segura, and that'll bring in the former Miami Marlin, JT Realmuto. Pitch swung on, hit to right field, tagging from third is Segura. Cole Calhoun doesn't get behind it, makes the catch. Segura tagging from third, throw from Calhoun, goes straight to Luke Roy at home, but Segura is safe at home. Sacrifice fly, and the Phillies extend the lead. Now it's 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Skaggs into the windup. Here's Rhys Hoskins, who fouls that pitch away, 1 out in the inning. So Rhys Hoskins, as we told you before, he's in the 2018 Home Run Derby this offseason. Really been part of that young talent that has been bolstering the Philadelphia Phillies all year. And let's take a look at his numbers from the 2018 season, because they don't show up on our screen here. They're all 2017 stats here. But Rhys Hoskins batted .246 in 2018, 34 home runs for this 25-year-old, 96 RBIs, and even had 5 stolen bases, if that matters. The guy from Sacramento, California, was a 5th-round pick of the Philadelphia Phillies in 2014, so he's staying with the team that he was drafted by, although I don't know if he'll stay with the Phillies if they don't pay him all that money, because he's hitting a lot of home runs at 34 home runs. But Phillies have a lot of money to spend, as they've proven this offseason. Andrew McCutchen, of course, a 3-year, $50 million deal to a former National League MVP, taking on the contract of Gene Segura, who's a really great shortstop around the league. He's been playing for a few teams and acquired from the Seattle Mariners. Then you have the newly acquired JT Realmuto, who has a .277 average in 2018 with 21 home runs, 74 RBIs. That's more offensive production. And let's not even talk about what would happen if the Phillies signed Bryce Harper, a guy who is also a former National League MVP, the guy who hit several home runs last season, still on the free agent market. So the Phillies did say in the offseason they were one of the many teams that said, we're going to be stupid with our money this year, but in a good way, like giving players like McCutchen, who other teams wouldn't pay $50 million for, paying for him. And of course, they could afford a $300 million contract, to Bryce Harper if they wanted to sign him. Now, of course, let's take a look at the Angels right now, talking about offense. Justin Bour, a former Philadelphia Philly, playing for this team right now, but I don't know why the Angels necessarily needed him. Albert Pujols is still on a monster contract from the Angels, which he signed back in 2012. So we'll see how that pans out for the Angels, but Pujols really showing his age. And well, Calhoun tried to climb the wall for a pitch that he had no business even making an effort for. That pitch well gone. And of course, we talked about the power of Rhys Hoskins. He hits another home run there. That's 6 runs now for the Phillies. Herrera pops that pitch up, and an over-the-shoulder catch by Zach Cozart. So a good bounce-back pitch there by Tyler Skaggs. 2 outs in the inning, and Maikel Franco comes back to the plate for the Phillies. Swing, fly ball, center field. Trout going to run after it, but he's going to run out of room in a hurry. That ball is gone. 2 home runs in the inning, one by Rhys Hoskins, this one by Maikel Franco, and it's 7-0. Angels are trailing the Phillies here in the bottom of the 5th inning. You are watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network, and Aaron Altherr gets hit with that pitch. Tyler Skaggs, it's really a little suspicious there after hitting a guy after another home run was given up. That pitch lined into right field. Base hit. Cole Calhoun throws it into Andrelton Simmons covering second, and now in a rundown, Lucroy throws to second, so safe at second is Cesar Hernandez. That'll bring up Aaron Nola. So Angels stealing an extra base, the Phillies stealing an extra base. And again, really just some cheap moves we're observing right now. I don't understand how in the world you can classify that as true, authentic baseball, but of course the Phillies think they're really cool. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing fouled off. Skaggs tiring, but nobody in the bullpen for the Angels. Here's the pitch, fouled off. No ball, 2-strike pitch. Nola's been putting together some good at-bats tonight. 0-2 pitch again, that pitch hits the dirt, gets away from Lucroy, but no advancements from either of the runners on base. Altherr stays at third, Hernandez at second. That 12-6 curveball didn't break at all. 2 ball, 2-strike pitch. Curveball softly hit towards center field. That's Simmons who runs away from it. Trout picks it up on a hop, throws it directly to first base. Hernandez and Altherr scores. It is a 2-run single for Aaron Nola, and the Phillies now lead 9-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pop up toward home plate. Lucroy makes the catch standing on home plate. Inning comes to a close, but a lot of runs on several miscues by the Angels, and it's 9-0 Phillies heading into the top of the 6th inning. Nola throwing very efficiently, 45 pitches through 5 innings. Pop up toward first base. Catch made by Rhys Hoskins, and that's out number 1. So Jonathan Lucroy out on 1 pitch. Tyler Skaggs is in the pitcher spot coming up now, but of course the Angels most likely wanting to put in a better offensive substitution since Skaggs has been struggling. 9 earned runs. It's 8 earned runs, 9 total through 6 innings, through 5 innings of work. So right now what we're looking at is Albert Pujols coming to the plate. Angels trying to decide who they're going to put in the bullpen. Albert Pujols has been slacking in recent years. I have no idea why the Angels decided to put Pujols in against a right-handed pitcher, but that is the consensus here. Pujols struggles against right-handed pitching more so than he does left-handed pitching. It's Hansel Robles and Cam Bedrosian in the bullpen now for the Angels, and standing in as the pinch hitter, Albert Pujols with 1 out, bases empty, and the Phillies up 9-0 over the Angels. Top 6. Curveball swung over and missed, and that's been the diamond pitch for Aaron Nola tonight, that breaking ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pujols very surprisingly bunts it toward the left side of the infield. Franco throws to Hoskins, so forced out is Albert Pujols. 2 outs in the inning. Leadoff hitter comes again. Zach Cozart standing in, 2 outs, space is empty. Former Cincinnati Reds swings and fouls that pitch off. It's 0-1. Again, a guy who was formerly a shortstop, now playing third base and second base for the Angels because Andrelton Simmons is manning shortstop. Fly ball, and that drops in front of McCutcheon, who dove for that pitch. And Cozart rounds first and stops. Cozart had an easy double, maybe even a triple, but stops at first base for a reason unacknowledged to me. So 2 outs in the inning. Here's Mike Trout. Swing and a miss, strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Mike Trout swinging and missing. Nola, 1 pitch away from getting through 6 scoreless innings. Swing and a miss, good change, inning over. No runs on 1 hit, which should have been an extra base hit, but was only a single. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 9-0. Phillies Phillies leading the Angels. Phillies have 9 runs on 11 hits. The Angels have 0 runs on 1 hit, and that just shows you the offensive struggle that the Angels have had tonight. Nola just pitching a beautiful, beautiful game. Hansel Robles coming in now for the Los Angeles Angels. The right-hander coming in, facing Gene Segura to start this inning. Fly ball right field. Cole Calhoun, who made an error, makes another one. 3 hops to the wall. Standing at first base is Gene Segura, who will politely not extend any more bases on that play. So that's the second error by Cole Calhoun tonight, and here comes JT Realmuto. Fly ball center field. Maybe Trout will have more luck with fly balls. Trout makes the catch. Realmuto flies out. Tagging back at first is Gene Segura. He won't go anywhere, so 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. Hit a home run his last time up. Swing fouled off. Rhys Hoskins, as we said, hit 34 home runs in 2018. Swings and fouls that pitch off. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. Hoskins really putting on that power swing here for the home fans. Pitch popped up. Jonathan Lucroy in foul territory. Lucroy catches it. No tag from Gene Segura. Lucroy will just throw it straight to Andrelton Simmons, and Simmons wisely does not throw back to first. 2 outs in the inning, and here comes Odubel Herrera. Herrera's swing, fly ball to center field, where his counterpart Mike Trout will look at the baseball and will make the catch. Inning comes to a close. No runs on 1 hit in the inning. No errors, and 1 left on. We'll go to the top of the 7th. It's 9-0 Phillies leading the Angels here in Philadelphia, PA, Citizens Bank Park, home of the Philadelphia Phillies. No balls, 1 strike pitch now coming to Justin Upton, who swings and fouls that pitch off. Angels have been struggling on offense today, and that's been apparent with only 1 hit. Swing, ground ball left side, played by Gene Segura, who bobbles the baseball. Goes into left field, and safely touching first base is Justin Upton. Here's the pitch now to Justin Bohr. Swings and misses, strike 1. Aaron Nola still on the mound, pitching efficiently. 57 pitches through 7 innings. It's really what you want to see. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Curveball swung over and missed in a flailing effort by Justin Bohr. 1 out in the inning. Still standing on first is Upton, and here's Andrelton Simmons. Another good breaking ball thrown by Nola, strike 1. Straight pitch, hits the center. Herrera under it. Herrera getting behind the ball. Upton will be halfway between first and second before retreating back to first, so no tag there by Upton. Flying out was Simmons. 2 outs, and here's Cole Calhoun. Calhoun made 2 errors tonight and hasn't done anything offensively as well. He batted .208 last season with 19 home runs. No ball, 1 strike pitch. That changeup fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Justin Upton representing the runner at first. Curveball swung over and missed. 3 outs. So no runs on 1 hit. No errors in the inning, 1 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 9-0. Phillies lead the Angels here at Citizens Bank Park. So Michael Franco stands in. Franco hit a home run his last time up, now facing Hansel Robles. He hit his home run off of the starter, Tyler Skaggs, who left the game in the 6th inning. Here's a fly ball to center field. Mike Trout, arguably the best player in the game today, makes that catch, and that's out number 1. So 2 pitches, 1 out. Here's Aaron Altherr standing in. 1 out pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 1. Altherr in 243 at-bats in 2018 had a 181 average with 8 home runs and 38 RBIs, so clearly not a starter. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, 2 outs. They'll bring up Cesar Hernandez standing in. 2 outs, bases empty. Phillies haven't scored yet this inning. Good slider there by Robles, strike 1. Hernandez, 253 average with 15 home runs and 60 RBIs in the 2018 season for the Philadelphia Phillies as their second baseman. Line drive center field, base hit. Trout will run away from the ball, then pick it back up. Now he'll just run it into the infield as time is called by the umpires. So Cesar Hernandez on with 2 outs in the inning. Aaron Nola coming to the plate. But it looks like with bullpen action getting ready to come underway, it's going to be Nola's, well, it was Nola's final at bat. He'll probably get taken out here. Alvarez and Neshek in the bullpen now for the Phillies, and now the Phillies deciding who in the world they want to bring up to the plate. Got a lot of young guys on the bench, but Nick Williams is the man called upon to pinch hit for the Phillies in this situation. So Cesar Hernandez on first base, 2 outs in the inning. Nick Williams at the plate, swing, line drive, center field. Trout running after it. Trout jumps, and it hits off his leg. Cesar Hernandez stops at second. Nick Williams stops at first base. Trout just holds it until everybody stops. So 2 outs in the inning, and here comes Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen lines this one to left field on the run, and running away from the baseball is Justin Upton. Everybody just going to play station to station at this point. It's like a Little League game that you don't want the offensive team to score too many runs. So Hernandez at third base, Nick Williams at second, and McCutchen at first base. Here's Gene Segura. Segura, ground ball to shortstop. Andrelton Simmons throws to Fletcher, force out at second, completes the inning. So a lot of miscues, but no runs magically score in that inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th. It's 9-0. Phillies leading the Angels. David Fletcher, the second baseman, will stand in against Pat Neshek, a former All-Star, a guy who throws at one of the weirdest arm angles you'll see in the game. Fletcher just waves and misses at that pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2, nobody out. Neshek pitches. So a good story on Neshek, a guy who was about to not pitch in the majors. He finished the season with the Cardinals as that pitch is swung over and missed. He just found a text message. He signed with the Oakland Athletics in 2014, but let me tell you, he got a text message from a guy in one of the independent leagues for baseball, Jonathan Lucroy standing in now. Neshek responded to it in 2018 saying, hey, thanks for the offer, but I think I'll stay in the majors. It's a really funny story. That pitch swung over and missed, 2 outs. He later pitched for the Athletics, the Cardinals again, and now is pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies as a setup man. Formerly to Sir Anthony Dominguez, but now is playing setup man to David Robertson, which the Phillies signed earlier this offseason after Robertson pitching for both the Yankees, White Sox, and the Yankees again in his career. So Cam Bedrosian still throwing in the bullpen. He's been throwing for a while in the bullpen now, and starting to get up is the closer, Cody Allen. That pitch flied into left field. It's Andrew McCutchen under it. Cole Calhoun will fly out to end the inning. So, or excuse me, that was a pinch hitter. Don't know his name. That's something I should know. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-0. Phillies are leading the Angels, and coming into the game now is the former closer of the Angels, Cam Bedrosian. Bedrosian faces JT Realmuto to lead off the inning. Mike Trout jogging to that baseball, still in the air. Trout makes the catch on the warning track, out number 1. So 1 pitch out of JT Realmuto, and here comes Rhys Hoskins facing Bedrosian. Ground ball, softly hit up the middle. The middle infielders retreat except for David Fletcher, who backhands, throws to first, but not in time. Rhys Hoskins will reach. That ball should have been Simmons' baseball, but he didn't get it. Now Odubel Herrera swings, and it's a fly ball to right field. Cole Calhoun made 2 errors today, and he jumps, and he makes another error. Ball drops on the warning track. Trout picks it up, backing up his right fielder. Stopping at third base is Hoskins, and stopping at first is Herrera. It's 9-0. Runners on first and second. Here's Maikel Franco. Franco, line drive center field. Trout racing in. Trout getting the ball. Coming home is Hoskins. Everybody else will stop. Hoskins scores. The tag by Lucroy is inevident because he didn't have time to tag him. So Herrera on second base, and a pitch gets away. It's behind the run. It's behind the batter. Lucroy picks it up. Surprise warnings aren't issued to both benches. Swing and a miss out there. Misses that pitch 96 miles an hour. It's 10-0 Phillies lead. And another pitch behind him. It's Herrera on second base, Franco on first, and now a warning has been issued to both benches. Fouled off, Altherr at the plate. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. on the Phillies right fielder. Slider hit, fouled off. Still 2-2. 10-0 Phillies are in the lead. There's no 10-run rule in Major League Baseball, however, although you really were hoping for one, and Trout jumps. Herrera rounds third. Herrera will score. No, Herrera going back. Everybody going back. Why in the world? I don't know. Altherra on first, Franco on second. Herrera on third, and standing in now is the switch hitting Cesar Hernandez. Ground ball to second, played by Fletcher. To Simmons for one, back to first where Bohr completes the double play. So grounding into the 4-6-3 double play is Cesar Hernandez. So 1 run magically scores in that inning. 10-0 Phillies lead, and we'll go to the top of the 9th. Here's Zach Cozart. So Pat Neshek will still pitch. David Robertson, for some reason, is now going to throw in the bullpen. I'm surprised Jose Alvarez didn't get a chance to pitch. He's still throwing in the bullpen, too. Check swing, but that's called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes now on the Angels' third baseman, Zach Cozart. No balls, 2 strike pitch. Here it comes. Change up. Wow, that was slow, and Cozart just could not wait to swing at that pitch. 1 out. Here's Mike Trout standing in now. Swing, popped up, and that'll get foul. 10-0 Angels trail the Phillies here at Citizens Bank Park. Change up, swung over and missed. That is just a 71-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch, ladies and gentlemen. Another change up that Trout decks, but it goes a little bit too far to the west, and that's 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, 2 outs. So Justin Upton representing the final out for the Angels tonight. Swing, fly ball, right field. And it almost went out of the ballpark. It actually did cross that home run line, but it was in foul territory. Strike 1. Slider swung over and missed, and the Angels down to their final strike here against the Phillies, and it is complete. A shutout for the Phillies after using only 2 pitchers, and we'll give our player of the game here to Aaron Nola, who had a breaking ball like it was touched by the hand of God tonight. What a beautiful outing by him. Self-explanatory game right now. You had the Angels, no runs on 1 hit. The Phillies, 10 runs on 18 hits. An error-prone game tonight, and the real analysis here is that the Angels not only didn't score, but Tyler Skaggs did not have a good game on the mound tonight. 5 innings, 11 hits, 9 runs total, 8 of them earned, and Cole Calhoun did not have a great game in right field. 3 errors by the Angels in right field. So, I mean, just a pretty poor game by the Angels tonight. Once again, your final score, Philadelphia 10, Los Angeles 0. You've been listening to Major League Baseball and MLB The Show with Nicholas Callis. Once again, the final score, Philly 10, Los Angeles 0. We'll see you later on. Good night, everybody.